Two brothers, one reason and one conscience. In San Miguel del Rio, politics isn't learned in universities or from dreadful books. It's learned by watching, listening, and surviving. It was a town where everyone knew each other, where mistakes were never forgotten, and where a person's word still carried weight. That's where Cesar and Juan Esteban grew up. Two brothers raised under the same roof, by the same parents, with the same financial limitations, yet with completely different views of the world. From childhood, Cesar was ambitious, not in the noble sense of self-improvement, but with a constant hunger to be recognized, admired, even feared if necessary. Juan Esteban, on the other hand, was quiet and observant. While Cesar spoke, Juan Esteban listened. While Cesar searched for shortcuts, Juan Esteban accepted the long road. Their rivalry didn't begin in adulthood. It formed slowly, in glances, in comparisons, in uncomfortable silences during family dinners. Cesar felt that people trusted Juan Esteban without him making any effort, and that ate away at him. When both brothers announced they would run as candidates for the town council, the town was in shock. Two brothers, the same goal, one single election. "This is madness," their mother said, her voice trembling. "Why can't you support each other?" Cesar smiled coldly. "Because politics isn't charity." Juan Esteban didn't respond. Not because he lacked words, but because he understood something Cesar did not. Not every conflict deserves to be fed. The campaigns began, and with them, each man's true face came to light. Cesar quickly surrounded himself with influential figures, questionable businessmen, and political operatives skilled in manipulation. He learned to promise what people wanted to hear, to exaggerate, to lie without blinking. He repeated to himself that the end justified the means. Juan Esteban did the opposite. He walked through the town. He listened to farmers, shop owners, young people tired of empty promises. He didn't promise miracles. He promised honest work. And when he couldn't promise something, he said so. "That's not how you win elections," an old friend warned him. "They're going to run right over you." Juan Esteban answered calmly, "I'd rather lose being who I am than win by ceasing to be myself." Without realizing it, he was embodying one of the pillars of Stoicism. Virtue is the only true good. The tension between the brothers grew. Cesar began using politics as a personal weapon. He leaked rumors, publicly questioned Juan Esteban's ability, insinuated that his honesty was weakness. Juan Esteban heard it all. It hurt deeply, but he remembered a lesson that had shaped his life. You don't control what others do, only how you respond. And he chose not to respond with hatred. The nights grew heavy. The family stopped gathering. The town whispered. Politics was no longer just an election. It was an open wound. The first public debate arrived. Cesar spoke with force, charisma, and grand promises. The crowd applauded. Juan Esteban spoke next, without shouting, without spectacle. "I'm not here to tell you I'm perfect," he said. "I'm here to tell you I will never lie to you." There was silence. Power doesn't reveal who you are, it amplifies it. That moment planted something invisible, yet powerful. As the campaign moved forward, Cesar sank deeper into corrupt practices. Money that didn't add up. Contracts arranged in advance. Favors promised. He justified everything with one phrase, "That's how politics works." Until it stopped working. 1 week before the election, a scandal exploded. Leaked documents, irregular accounts, familiar names, and among them, Cesar's. The town erupted. Cesar shouted persecution. He denied everything. He accused betrayal. Juan Esteban was pressured to defend him. He didn't. He didn't attack him either. He simply remained silent, because he understood that each person carries the consequences of their own decisions. That night, Juan Esteban cried alone, not for the campaign, but for his brother. Because Stoicism doesn't teach indifference, it teaches emotional strength. Election day arrived. The town spoke calmly, not with rage. Juan Esteban won, not by a landslide, but through trust. When he stepped onto the stage, he didn't celebrate. He gave thanks. Today, a person does not win, he said. Today, the idea wins, that it is possible to serve without selling your soul. Caesar watched from a distance, empty, defeated not by his brother, but by his own betrayal of himself. Months later, Caesar knocked on Juan Esteban's door. He no longer carried arrogance, he carried exhaustion. "How did you keep from breaking?" he asked. Juan Esteban looked at him serenely. "I learned not to depend on what I cannot control." Juan Esteban became a firm councilman, not perfect, but upright. And the town learned a silent lesson. True victory is not defeating someone else, it is not losing yourself. And so, without humiliating, without seeking revenge, without becoming corrupt, the good brother triumphed, not only in politics, but in life. Are you interested in Stoicism, personal growth, and life stories? Then subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected with our community. Join the family of Stoic Stories.